When I imagined high school, I saw naive visions of full-body lockers and puberty at its peak. I envisioned a utopia of self-discovery and a fountain filled with positive critique. I expected passion and determination to colonize the students, filling their minds with knowledge and wisdom, an effective system. But when I walked into high school, I saw an overwhelming oppression because the foundation of school no longer lies in intellectual stimulation and personalized curriculum, but bricks and stone walls of regurgitation and memorization. Studies have now been released showing the tragic anxiety levels of high schoolers, and people run out of breath listing their concerns. They have everything now, updated textbooks and computers. Why aren't students focused and diligent? Why aren't they brilliant? They're all just ignorant, no discipline, none intelligent, none innocent. Why can't kids these days actually try? We're giving them a path to success to live by, but why aren't they following it? Why can't they commit? Because we're not puzzle pieces that just miraculously connect. We're just students with voices subject to neglect, because nobody takes into consideration our internal battles and wars, but instead we're defined by our standardized testing scores. And when kids these days must compete to get into first grade, the true essence of education fades, because we're taught that you have to fit the perfect textbook definition of an applicant when we're premature, without ever being told the secrets to overcome the pressure. And while school is important to thrive, some of us are simply trying to survive, and we put up a facade when we're all just flawed, because we're more than just a student number, we're encumbered. Because we've each got our own stories, flooded with our own worries, and while we try and cope with these so-called distractions, we don't need anyone else to judge our actions. And kids, they drop out. And friends, they drop out because they think that's their only route, no doubt, because some people succumb to their environment, believing they're just a huge embarrassment, no entitlement, no retirement. Because we've been taught by a place that preys on our vulnerabilities to try and settle down to a career of responsibility rather than pursuing a lifestyle of passion and tranquility. So we speak our minds through our corrupted lungs and try to make the world know that even though we're young, we're not just inexperienced and naive. We're not silly teenagers who wear our hearts on our sleeve, or petty little criminals and tiny tricky thieves. We're not toys and puppets in your inventory, but humans with a clear and loud story. I am a product of the education system, but please feel free to call me a victim, and for all my existence, I've just wanted someone to listen.